Welcome back to Crossroaded, your wide open moto podcast. Let's talk some Cleveland Supercross. What's up, Justin? Welcome back.
What's up, Eric? What's up, everyone? A lot of interesting things happening this weekend.
Yep, there definitely was. Well, let's jump into it as we always do. Let's talk about this track out there in Cleveland. Weather was always a factor with the Triple Crown. It definitely played a factor, but not as big as what we thought. But I mean, to me, Justin, it just seemed like the track was a little bit different. Maybe not as many jumps in the rhythm sections. Like they kind of almost prepared this track for rain. But maybe it's just me. But even the whoops kind of went away really quickly. But it just seemed like the whole track just kind of deteriorated, kind of throughout the rest of the night.
Yeah, I think I heard something on the broadcast or Race Day Live. They were talking about how they kind of didn't build it up because they weren't sure what the rain was going to be like. So it definitely, you could tell like the jumps weren't as big. They definitely didn't they didn't pack a lot of stuff in. It kind of seemed like because those corners you're able
Hmm.
to move around everywhere. So I think, I mean, for the conditions and what they had to build in it, I think that it ended up good.
Yeah, no, I thought it was cool that it was a pretty loose dirt that they had most of the night until the rain really started coming down. But the conditions that the rain did start coming down, it definitely kind of changed this track and definitely made it a lot tougher for these guys to get around.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, they had pretty much three different tracks. Each main was a
Hmm.
different track because the condition. I mean, the first rain wasn't that bad, or first race wasn't that bad. Second race was pretty much a mutter. And then the third race, I thought was actually really good. The dirt looked like it wasn't too bad. So I think it definitely presented a challenge that normally these guys don't have. You know, it's a Triple Crown plus. You got three different tracks. It's not the same type of dirt and, conditions.
Yeah, and then Triple Crowns are tough enough, right? Three starts, and then you throw some rain on the gate too. That makes it even tougher to be consistent. With some guys, kind of fell into that factor really kind of hindered their starts. But yeah, overall, I mean, made some pretty good races. I think we had multiple winners in each class. Getting a race win. So let's just jump right into this 250 class. I mean, shout out to Thrasher. I mean, he always gets his annual race win, and he got it done here. Looked pretty good. Won a couple races as well, so it wasn't like a Triple Crown where he didn't win it overall. But yeah, just I mean, pretty good ride for Thrasher. He's had those handguards looking good.
Yeah, I mean, he's been riding good the last few weeks. I mean, but he just made a mistake or, threw it away. So it's good to see him kind of put it together in three races, not just one. He won that second race and then, second the first one, fourth the last one. But I think there's a lot of parity in that 250 class.
Yeah, and I don't know if Thrasher's like contract is up anytime soon, but
It
getting
is
a
contract
win, it
year.
is. Yeah, so there you go. So getting a win is always going to make it, that much easier to find a ride if Star doesn't keep them. Some of these other teams will definitely come, hunting for him. But yeah, no, shout out to Thrasher. Great job there. And then his partner I have here, Landon Gordon, really good bounce back. His debut had flashes, but then he crashed something with his wheel. But I mean, yeah, man. I mean, this was a heck of a debut, getting up to a second. Honestly, probably one of the best debuts. Well, not debuts, but I mean, second races, finishes that we've seen really out of any of these features guys, even including Deegan.
Yeah, I mean, he got 2 seconds in a row in the last two motos and, second overall. That's no joke against all these guys. And plus, it was in, nasty conditions. That second race, it was pouring on them. So, definitely good for him to prove that he can ride in the mud and, in random conditions.
Yeah. And then next, Cole Davey rounds out the podium with the third. But, I was kind of thinking about as I was watching this race is Davies has the speed, but he also has these bad races. I mean, he goes 5-4 and then he ends up winning the last one. But this looks a lot like how Deegan did last year. When everything's clicking, he's the fastest guy on the track. But man, does it get squirrely, from time to time. But I mean, he still managed the podium. But I don't know, what'd you think of Davies?
Yeah, I was a little concerned those first two. I think that first one he was down twice, I think. And I was
Hmm.
like, oh no, if this is anything that, is to show for the rest of the night, I mean, this could be a huge swing in title points. And it wasn't looking good until Hammaker, kind of did what he did that last race.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise Hammaker would have won, I think for sure.
Yeah, jumping, we'll go straight into Hammerker. I mean, started off the night great, gets the win, looked like he was going to be able to do, what he needed to get done, especially with Davies getting that fifth. But man, it just seems like even when the pieces fall Hammaker's way, he still finds a way to kind of ruin it. And that's exactly what this was. Had an opportunity for him to really make up a lot of points, but he ends up I think he ends up losing some points and he's back even further. So yeah,
They
unfortunately for
tied.
Hammaker. Oh, did they? Yeah, okay. So unfortunately for Hammaker, I mean, even when Davies isn't on it, he still can't find a way to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, Hammaker just got to figure out he keeps making these dumbass mistakes. Last week he made a huge mistake and then got penalized, and that ruined a lot of points. And then this week he had the chance to gain points back, and lost more points. And I mean, from first to fifth was only 4 points in difference in Triple Crown. I feel like that's pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. What else in this 250 class stood out to you?
I mean, I thought Romano was riding good until that last race.
Yeah,
I
he
thought he
was.
looked, thought he looked pretty good, 7-9, and then he got landed on or whatever multiple times. I think he got landed on twice in that third race. So bummer for that. Sounds like he's going to be good to go though. He's not really hurt. Um, Other than that, I mean, Devin Simonson 6'5" in those last two races.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened that first race. I don't remember, but I mean, and then Bennett did another good race. I mean, it seems like some of these guys are really starting to be consistent.
Yeah, no, I mean this pack has definitely kind of settled in, really all the way down to seven. After that, it's kind of a bit of a toss up. I know you talked about Nick Romano. We kind of talked about this on the last show last week that if Drew Adams doesn't get his shit together, that Romano might end up stealing his ride. And
Now he's
here we
out for the
are,
season.
and Adams, yeah, he's back for a couple races. He's hurt again, and now he's out for the rest of the season. Who knows what outdoors is going to look like? And we know Romano is going to do good outdoors. Now, I think Pulp said that Adams isn't in a contract year, but I don't know, man. I feel like Adams is at a point to where he's got to figure this out, soon. And soon as in he's still got a whole new injury he's got to get through.
He's still young though. He's still like what, 17? Is he even 18 yet? I think he's still pretty young, right?
I think so. Yeah, he's got to be one of the younger guys for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, it could just become maturing and stuff like
He's
that.
18.
He's 18, so I mean that's still pretty young when it comes to the rest of some of these guys he's racing. So,
Yeah, but if you look at
um,
someone like Deegan, what Deegan's 20 years old, about to make his
yeah,
450 debut, two titles, and Adams can't even finish a season.
yeah, yeah, that's
You
true. It's got a
know,
good point. But
look at Landon
When was
Gordon. What did
Deegan's
Landon
rookie
Gordon do?
year? Yeah,
Look at
Landon
Landon
Gordon.
Gordon
Yeah,
did in his second race. Like getting on the
yeah,
podium.
Dudney.
Adams had been on there.
Yeah, Dudney too, coming out with the speed in the beginning of the year.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I mean, definitely going to be interesting with Adams. I mean, he kind of has. I mean, obviously, he had a ton of hype coming up to the amateur race. Honestly, pretty similar to Ryder D, but I wouldn't be surprised if Adams ends up, maybe finding himself, on another team. I mean, at least he got the ride for, PC for a good amount, but I don't know. I feel like he's got to figure something out because, not being able to finish the season is not going to keep you around much longer in this sport.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, maybe they need to give the PT ride to Aiden Kiefer. Let Lil
Right.
Kiefer ride it. I saw he's doing the first round of outdoors actually.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, 147 is gonna be his number. I saw Kiefer posting his number of the
Uh,
graphics.
oh, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Um, all right. Anything else in this 250 class before we get to the good, the bad, and the ugly?
Yeah, I gotta mention it just because James isn't here. John Short, 16th
Yep.
overall. He got a 12th. I mean, that might be a
Yeah, he
record
did.
for, that might be his best ever Triple Crown finish. We better get on the books to check that out, but have to shout it out since James ain't here.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think he qualified straight into. I don't even think he had to go to the LCQ when I was looking at it.
Yeah. Isaiah Clark with a good ride too, 10th.
Yep.
Maybe it's his new
Yep.
girl.
10, 10, 15. I mean, he had the makings for a really good finish if it wasn't for that 15. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's jump into the good, the bad, and the ugly. Justin, start off with you. Who do you have a good performance of the night to?
I'm gonna give it to Landon Gordon. I mean, being a rookie, being that young, going out there in those conditions, and being consistent. And I think that's what you have to be in this racing and stuff like that. So, yeah, Landon Gordon.
Yeah, I agree with you. I give it to Gordon as well. You could give it a Thrasher too, getting his first win. But yeah, far
Hmm.
more impressive or surprising, I would say, was Gordon's finish. Okay, for the bad, I put Hammaker, for the reasons we touched up on earlier, even when things are, falling his way when Davies isn't on it, he still isn't able to capitalize and he's seeing this title, slip away from him. But who did you give the bad to?
I'm gonna go with Marshall Welton, 18, 14, 14. I think he's a lot better guy than that, and with the conditions and with a lot of mistakes some of these guys are making, I feel like Welton's got to be a top 10 guy. So I'll switch it up and go with Welton for the bad.
All right, I like it. Who do you got for the ugly performance of the night?
Well, we kind of talked about him already, Drew Adams. I mean, you
Yep,
just got to figure it out at some point. And he just hasn't figured it out, and it's looking bad with some of these guys in Star that are just getting pulled up straight from
yep,
futures, and they're coming out and getting podiums or at least qualifying, top 10, top five, and Drew
yep,
can't even make it.
yep. No, I with you. I have Drew Adams as well for all those same exact reasons. All right, Justin, let's jump into this 450 class. Before we get to the race winner, Roxon, it was a big story right out of the gate with Eli Tomac. I mean, we already knew, whatever it was going on, he hasn't been riding up to his potential, but ends up going down in the whoops during qualifying. Pretty big bummer. He's officially out of this thing. We don't know if he's going to be returning back. He says he's just kind of going to, give it some time, which in this case, why return? Just wait until Paula. But yeah, Justin, it's a kind of a bummer to kind of see the way how Toma kind of went out. And who knows, this might be the last time we see him, ride Supercross.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. I didn't think the hit was that hard. I mean, I've seen him take a lot bigger hits, and it could have been a lot worse. I mean, he kind of caught the top of the whoop instead of slamming into the whole whoop. So I mean, I almost think is this like kind of the excuse he can use if he is hurt somewhere else to kind of be like, oh yeah, that crash,
Hmm.
and can kind of get away with it. But you never know with Tomac; they're not going to say anything. He barely even said anything about what happens. But it doesn't even sound like he might. Sounds like he might not be racing this weekend.
Yeah, it definitely didn't look like it. That's for sure. Based off of the post, and
Yeah,
I heard some rumor that maybe he had COVID. During
it
these
was
last
sick.
couple weeks as well. Yeah, so something along those lines. But yeah, kind of a bummer. I mean, and we've been obviously following along this championship, and a few weeks ago, we talked about Roxon having a better chance at winning this title than Eli does, and well, shit, here he is, Justin. He's one
One
back.
point.
I mean, you look at Hunter, kind of similar night as Hammaker. I mean, Hunter ends up winning the first race, and the other two kind of go to crap. But man, Hunter is really trying to throw this title away. I mean, what he's been up 14 points, he's been up 10 points, he's been up double digits
Multiple
multiple
times.
times heading into rounds and leaving, with the deficit damn near wiped out, if not, tied like he was with Tomac. So I don't know, man. I think Hunter's playing with fire, and I think Kenny's going to ride out this momentum. And I don't know. I'd have to leave Kenny to go wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I got Kenny to win this. I mean, Hunter's had so many opportunities. He should have like a 40 points lead right now if he just stays off the
Yeah,
ground. I mean, he
yeah,
could wrap this up 2 rounds early probably, but now he's literally in a dogfight. I mean, he's lucky this was a triple crown in that last moto. Because if Kenny would have won and he would have got 14th, holy shit.
yeah. But you
Points
could
would have
say
been
the
way
other way
different.
around. If it was the first race and Hunter would have
Yeah.
won, and it would have been
Yeah, but
different.
yeah, true, you're right. But it's you just got to be consistent. And Hunter, yeah, like you said, he's just throwing it away. Every time we think, oh, he's got it, he's got it, he just got to cruise through. He eats shit in the whoops or does this or does that, and I mean, yeah, I don't know, but Kenny's gonna win this thing.
Yeah, and you look at how the season's going to wrap up, right? It's going to be Denver. It's going to be Salt Lake. Two really hard packed tracks for both of them, kind of dried out. And to be honest, I would give Ken Roxon the nod. When it comes to those type of tracks, I mean, look at how good he is in Glendale. These tracks can be very similar. So, I mean, you got Philly, and then you got two tracks that are, right up Ken Roxon's wheelhouse, and that's just going to make it even tougher for Hunter.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for Hunter. He better not make any mistakes throughout the rest of the season. 'Cause it's pretty much tied. It's whoever beats who the rest of the way. I mean, 1 point is
Yeah.
nothing. It's less than a race win. So Yeah, it's going to be real interesting. And the fact, I mean, I hope Kenny does this. I mean, it's going to be a storybook ending.
Right.
I mean, just think about everything he's been through. He started on Suzuki, was on Suzuki for years, came over, was the top in America, and then, career ending, and now he's got the chance to win on his home brand. Like, it'd be a cool story.
Yeah, and to be honest, I would say like if Kenny does end up winning it, I think he 100% comes back to defend it next year.
Yeah,
I
run
don't
the
think
one
there's
on the
any chance he's going
Suzuki.
to win the title and then take and then just kind of
Yeah.
sell off to the win. So yeah, I think he
S-
would definitely come back.
Especially with how
All
many wins
right.
he has. He's the most wins, of a rider without a title. He's got like 30
Yeah.
something wins, I think, and it's like crazy to think he
Yeah.
doesn't have a title.
Yeah. No, exactly. I'm pulling for him. So yeah, it'd be a cool story. But man, he has all the momentum right now, and yeah, he's riding great.
Does this
All
mean
right,
you're getting
going
your
into
Suzuki? Going back to
no,
Suzuki, getting rid of your Honda?
definitely not. All right, second place, Cooper Webb. I mean, he looked pretty good right out of the gate. I had him, winning in a race like this, but I mean, he really just hasn't been able to get it to translate, into the main event. 5.42. Unfortunately, I think this is going to look like one of those seasons where I don't think Webb's going to see the checkered flag first. I mean, he got the overall, winning the Triple Crown, but he still hasn't finished first in a main event. I think he's only won a heat race if that. But yeah, kind of a tough season for the defending champ. But hey, he'll take the second.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were going to see a lot more out of Webb, especially with Jet not, being here from the start with the Sexton issues. This was poised for Webb to be that, sneak attack and come in the back door at the end of the year. But it looks like Roxon's taking Webb's, knowledge and doing what Webb used to do for all those years and just sticking around.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Justin Cooper, he's been riding really good lately. Ends up getting another podium. 317 was in the running to win the damn thing until this last race, but solid ride for him. And then Chase Sexton, we'll kind of talk about it. 734. He's pretty quiet out there. It seems like right now. Those guys, he's just really just trying to get through the motions and just trying to log laps on that Kawasaki and get full races so that they can really try to get this thing developed. Because I mean, there really is just no intensity from Sexton right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about Sexton. They're just, I think everything in the world's been said. I heard Pope saying something about he might try to get out of this deal.
That'd be crazy. I mean, you
That'd
can't,
be
you
that'd be
can't.
wild. But Pope said that he's not happy at all there,
Yeah, yeah.
but
No,
he's
I
never
bet. I
happy
mean, it
anywhere.
is. Yeah, I mean, he's got a 3-year contract, so unfortunately, I think if you're Sexton, you just kind of have to,
Play it
you know,
out.
yeah, you made your bet. You got to lay in it, stick it out for 3 years, help him develop that bike, and it is what it is. You already left Honda, you left KTM. Um, I mean,
Maybe
sure,
try
you could go to Star, but I don't think he's someone that's going to be able to
no,
hang with the guys at the goat farm day in and
especially
day
with
out. Maybe it
Hayden
does.
Deegan there. Deegan just
Maybe
talking
it
all
makes
this
him an
shit.
absolute freak, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it. And
No,
then
or
rounding out the top five, Savachi 676. Good to see him kind of back up in the top five. Had a last couple not so good rounds because his injury. But yeah, shout out to Savachi for that fifth. But Justin, what else stood out to you in this 450 class?
I think Justin Hill, a third in that third moto is impressive. I mean, he's really starting to get it clicking together and looking a
Yeah,
lot better. I thought Ferrandis was consistent. McElrath showed
he
flashes
sure
in that
was.
last. Um, but yeah, I just think, I mean, a lot of these guys kind of slotted in where they're supposed to. I mean, Prado, I think, was maybe the biggest surprise. 14, 15, 15, just non-existent at all out there.
Yeah, yeah. Not really sure what was going on with him. Very
I mean,
interesting day.
yeah, I mean, when I saw he was 15th, I'm like, there's no way. I didn't think I saw him that far back. And now thinking about it, I don't remember seeing him at all.
Right? Yeah, 15th, and I'm pretty sure. I think the wild card was 15th in RM Fantasy,
Was
15 or
it?
16. So that's funny.
Yeah, I didn't
Um,
pick him. I bet Courtney probably picked him.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, tough look for Jordan Smith. I mean, Dean and Christian Craig. Honestly, I mean, Dean Wilson basically kind of comes off the couch. I know he's been riding, but he comes out here, beats both of those guys, straight up. Pretty bad look for Craig and Jordan Smith.
Hey, they beat Hunter in the last race.
Yep, that's very true. And then Hunter ends up getting that 6, so losing a lot of points to Roxon in one round. All right, let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. Starting off with the good, I'll go first. I'll give it to Roxon. He did what he had to do in all the conditions. Right back into this thing. Only 1 point back, and yeah, he's going to be my title favorite to close this thing out. Justin, who do you got for your good?
I'm gonna choose something a little bit different. I'm gonna go with Savachi. I mean, just the top five this year. He's been really, really good. It sucks. I think if he didn't hurt his foot, he could be even more. Possibly getting some podiums like Justin Hill did.
Yep.
Last weekend. I think that's where Savachi would have probably been if he wasn't hurt. He's been dealing with that foot. For him to still be getting a top five, it's good for him.
Yeah, no, I like it. All right, bad. Who do you have for the bad performance?
We're gonna go with Hunter. I mean, it's just bad. You
Yep.
can't do that. There's no explanation. I don't care why. You just can't do that. Can't finish 14th.
Yep. No, I'm with you. Yeah, like I said, he's seeing this title slip through his fingers and he's got to snap out of it. I mean, he's got to find whatever that rhythm was in race one. He's got to find that momentum and carry out the rest of this season. So, yep, I'm with you on the Hunter. All right, ugly. Who'd you have for ugly?
Jorge Prado.
Okay, yeah,
Just 14, 15, 15. I mean, it's not like he, DNF'd, couldn't race the rest of them. I mean, you're out there riding if you're getting 14, 15, 15.
yeah,
There's not that many people falling off, so yeah, you just can't do that as a factory guy.
yep. For me, I'm giving it to Eli.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
Unfortunately,
think about
this
that. Yeah.
kind of a terrible, a tough way to end what the Eli Tomac mystery was over these last, 5 rounds or really since Daytona. And it just kind of sucks that this is just the way how it's going to end. And like I said, I have a feeling that we probably don't see him come back and finish out the rest of this year. I don't know how much he cares about getting, third overall or second overall, whatever it ends up being, and just start getting ready for outdoors because he's going to have his hands full over there as well. So I'll give it the ugly to Tomac. All right, Justin. Well, that wraps up Cleveland. Let's jump over into Philly. The last East Coast only round. Weather could definitely be a factor. It's another, open roof stadium. But yeah, Justin, what are you looking forward to heading into Philly, and who do you got for your winners?
I mean, looking at the track looks pretty sick, honestly. I mean, a lot of 180, a bunch of 180 turns. So that means there's going to be some drama. Someone's going to be getting taken out, especially before that
Hmm.
finish line. You got a right-hander. That means some people are going to be coming in a little hot, leaving that rear brake alone. And I think it's going to provide some good racing from the looks of it along whip section. Um, Geez, this isn't a showdown, is it? It's just straight east.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go Davies. Just seeing that long of a whoop section, I'm taking Davies, and then I'm gonna go Kenny. Kenny's got the momentum. I'm gonna ride the yellow banana power.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, obviously, weather can throw a wrench to any of these. Um, but yeah, you know what? Just to kind of make it different, give me Hunter. I think he knows that he's going to bounce back. He usually responds pretty well. I mean, we saw this. What was it last week? Nashville.
Hmm.
He ends up getting the win after the bad race before that. I can't remember what it was. Maybe Detroit.
We got a
So he's
mutter.
Oh, do we? So yeah, Mutter. So that's always going to play a big factor as well. But give me Hunter to win, and on the 250 side, let's just go with we'll just say Hamburger. See if Hamburger can
Amateur.
bounce back and get any kind of momentum going.
Yeah, now seeing with the way this track is, the weather is 95% chance on Saturday. It says it's gonna be raining from midnight to 11 o'clock in the afternoon.
Jeez.
Yeah,
So all
almost the
morning
whole,
long.
no, 11 o'clock at night. So all day from midnight to almost 24 hours of rain. Thinking an
Jeez,
inch of
that's crazy.
rain.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna Yeah, that's gonna mix
Damper
things up
everything. Yeah.
for sure.
Maybe
Yeah,
is
survival is
AP
really.
coming back this week?
I
Oh,
don't think so.
Barsha's coming
Barsha
back.
is, yeah. Watch him come
Bam
back
Bam,
and win this
you
mudder.
win. Yeah, dude, that would be the ultimate Barsha story. Ducati's first win, a mud race, and Barsha's first, pretty much his first race all year.
Yep. Yep.
He didn't even make it a lap of A1.
Well, all right. Well, that wraps it up for this week. And Cleveland, thanks for tuning in, listening, watching. Don't forget to follow us, give us a like, subscribe. But we will be back next week to talk about Philly as the Supercross season, comes to a wrap. Only 3 rounds left, and the outdoors is creeping its way, into the picture here. But thanks again for listening. We'll see you next week. Talk to you later.